Hey everyone, firstly, before I say anything else, I just want to say thank you so much for signing up to pray for young people and children in the Southwest today. And today especially praying for schools. It's what I've spent the last 20 or so years kind of doing really in terms of mission, and my outlook has been mainly serving in secondary schools in different parts of the country. The last 8 or 9 years down here in the Southwest, mainly in Torbay, or Torbados as I like to call it. Now, I had the privilege of leading a charity called Links Christian Youth Trust. It's been going for over 20 years and it's great, and it serves all the secondary schools in Torbay. Please do pray for us as we sort of continue, like so many other people, try to innovate and think how we can do what we want to do in terms of reaching young people, supporting young people, serving young people, and for us in a school context. It's been a real challenge, I'm not going to lie, but I know that not just one day when we're past these things, but even before then, God is using us and will use us. So please pray for wisdom for us as we navigate that, myself and my team in Torbay, and what that looks like for us. I'm not going to go into all the details, but I guess the normal sort of schools work stuff of, lessons, what that sort of context looks like, both in terms of RE from a Christian perspective, but also PSHE, thinking about the holistic approach to helping people in their lives, facing all sorts of challenges in relationships and risk sort of taking or different types of behaviour. So please do pray for us as we look at that. Also our mentoring work. An exciting thing that I'm really hopeful for the future is a mentoring programme that we're looking to recruit and train volunteers from local churches across Torbay, and basically equip local schools and partner up churches and their local secondary schools in like a mentoring relationship for some of the most vulnerable young people, and we can be a kind of, I guess, like a central point for that across Torbay. So please do pray for us as we develop that idea and recruit volunteers, train volunteers, and send them out across secondary schools across Torbay. Before I sort of go on really about that, think about where your context is. Maybe you have a local schools ministry, maybe you can pray for them. If you don't have one, maybe pray for opportunities that you may be able to reach to local secondary schools, maybe yourself, maybe someone in your church, or maybe a completely new thing and you just don't know what to pray, but maybe when you used to commute to work or catch the bus, or a certain trip you would see certain kids at a bus stop, or certain kids walking to or walking home from school. Maybe try and picture them in your mind's eye and just pray a blessing on them wherever they might be. You might not have seen them for quite a while. Maybe you drive past or live near a secondary school. Maybe you know teachers or other school staff in your church or your family. Pray for them in the next hour. This is a great opportunity to lift up some of the people that really are on the front line. Having stayed connected with the schools over the whole of the last year, I've really seen the impact that this has had on school staff. The anxiety is really high. Yes, there's some fear and anxiety amongst young people, absolutely, but I think more so for the staff. They're really fearful, understandably, and that if they've got health issues, if they've got loved ones at home with complications or that need to be shielding, it's really complex. So please do pray for peace, for staff that seek to serve and educate and support young people across the Southwest. So I think that's kind of me. I could go on for hours and hours, and I'm going to try and keep it under 5 minutes. And I'm under 5 minutes, so I'm going to stop right there so you've got more time to pray. Thank you again so much for praying for children and young people across the Southwest in our local schools.